Hello YouTubers, DE Fan3D coming at you out here talking about the results back on July 20th of this year before I talk about August 3rd from a few weekends ago for the late models and the regular stuff to the Arca Menards event. But back on July 20th, Jake Ryan, the point leader for that one. 10th is Tommy Peterson. 8th, Donnie Rocket Reavers. I think 6th was 32 of Jeremy Wolf. And somewhere in the top 5, top 10 is the 10 of Danny Mann, who is Dusty Mann's son. And Danny Mann, I saw him run Bandits, Legend Cars, um, and after that, he went straight to the late model series, so that was pretty cool. Actually, he also ran Power Stock Bombers as well. But Danny really cool, so that's pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. And Dusty, I think he's back running Power Stock, but Danny looking good, and same for Hunter Cowell painting the 47 car as well. But not bad, Jake Ryan. And Chad Wallen is second in the points from that as well. But Jake Ryan looking really good with Jacob Gady not being out there, always cheering it up in the 72 car. He's at La Crosse. Of course, you saw that video on my YouTube channel this year with him and Matt working on the car. It's pretty cool. And Jacob being the big winner down there. So they did run Dwayne Barron's tribute. And that was pretty cool. Jacob did run that. So I wasn't there for that, unfortunately. But I did hear it was a good show. So it was pretty awesome. And it was great weather for that Saturday. But the ARCA race was awesome. You guys saw me on the radio to Michael Maples in the 99 car, which was really cool. I was really happy about that. And talked to the team beforehand and got to be spotter for that. That was my personal gear that I had there with me. So that was pretty cool, and definitely enjoyed that a lot. So we had a good time with that. So it was pretty fun. And then of course the running of the Collier County Fair with the tractor truck pulls from Friday to Saturday, and staying out there midnight on Friday night with the guys around the gasoline fire pit that was out there with racing fuel being burned, and that was really cool. We had beer pop out there. The fans were awesome. The drivers were spectacular. I met a buddy, another counter out there from 15 years of age with a team, the Nasty Boys and the Dodge Dakota, the purple one. So that was pretty sweet. Got his cell phone contact information, and heck of a cool dude. So they did a good job with that. The Demolition Derby on Sunday was awesome. The fans were packed for that. I signed postcards on Saturday and Sunday for the truck pull and demo derby. And the General Lee car was great for the interview, and especially to the track announcer that was been there 45 years and talking about um, the history between the Dodge Boys and Henry Ford, which was really cool backstory for that. Heck of a great track announcer for him. Glad he's retiring, and glad I could shoot that video when I did for the opportunity that God gave me for that, which is pretty awesome. So had some good contact and with that, and then some great information on that. And also too, love the subscriptions and the subscribers that I got going in the comments about the Demolition Derby. I read some of those. Those were pretty good. Keep those flying. I like the feedback. And with 352 subscribers, we're just slowly keeping this thing climbing. And I definitely appreciate it. And thanks to you guys for checking out the content. It's pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to getting back to Elko at some point. But for sure, I just texted my buddy. I'm trying to think. Tom Rambo. Talked to him, my relative, and my half cousins there. So where you got September 21st on a lock for Thunderstruck 93, which is gonna be a heck of a great night. We got rained out last year. All of us did. We got Thunderstruck on Thunderstruck. That's what happened. We were bringing back the ASM. It was tour cars officially, but we got dumped on, and none of us had any control over that. But we did all get to shuffle down to Oktoberfest, and that was fun last year. So unfortunately, you're not going to see any racing content from the ASMO's tour on my channel on Sunday. But however, I will talk to everybody. That's anyone that's in these cars for the ASA Midwest Tour, along with qualifying and practice that they have for that series. So, unfortunately, I can't give you the racing content, but I can give you the qualifying and the practice to that. In practice, it's kind of like racing. They sometimes do a wreck in practice. It's seldom, but it does happen. But if I'm able to catch anything, I'll be on that. I'll be on that ladder gate that they have there across, which you guys saw this year. So it'll be a good time, and looking forward to it, and especially the big late model event. I haven't recorded one of those on my channel ever. I've only recorded like just the local late models, which are big A late models, but they're not like legit for the big A late model tour. They all don't have the little contingency stickers. I mean, some do, but it's not the whole doggone field of like 28 to 20, whatever amount of cars they bring. But you'll see that at Thunderstruck this year. They're going to run both. I haven't seen that since 2017, and the first time I saw it was in 2008. And so that was pretty sweet. So that was with the ASA Midwest Tour back then, with the Big A Late Model Tour show. And back then in those days, it was covered by the Wheelin' All-American series, which I really missed that series a lot. Before then, it was Dodge Weekly, Remax, Real Estate was on there for that series, and then before then, it was the old Winston Racing series. So way back, you go to the beginning of 2000 for that. So, and Remax for the real estate company, they came in 2002, only for a year, and then they dropped off, and then they picked up the Dodge Weekly in 2003, and we had that up until 2007. So, and then Wheelin' All-American came in until they bought out of it in 2019, and in 2020, here's the Advance Auto Parts series, which Advance, I really like what they do for that series. But darn it, I really miss the Wheelin' All-American. I'm old school, and I do give credit to Advance Auto Parts because they used to do Monster Jam back in the day, which I wish they still had that series, the Monster Jam Advance Auto Parts, but unfortunately, some deals go around. It's the business of racing, as I've heard that quote thrown around the garage and everywhere and anywhere that I've been around it. So it's been interesting to see that. But it's been a good year so far to me, and for hopefully you guys as well out there watching this content that I'm posting. And of course, Iowa, that was a huge gig for me for that. I mean, I think that one sent my imprint forever for the NASCAR series. So I don't really watch it hardcore because the races take so long, and ARCA, they don't take as long, and it's pretty nice. But I wish NASCAR did what ARCA did, because it'd see it look like this outside with evening sunlight, and it's not like half-assed ARCA. So, but it's pretty good. Definitely like it though. The late models series though has been really good this year, and looking forward to going back at Elko and getting to meet all the drivers, including the guys that I'm with Donnie Reavers and Joel Tyson and Ryan Varner. The Donnie Reavers camp do a great job, and that's why I love sporting their gear with my custom hat. So yeah, the 75 team's been really good to me, and Joel's been a huge blessing to have on this planet since I've seen him and been involved with this Elko stuff. And he's even ran the old ARCA Midwest Tour and the ASA Midwest Tour, but he used to travel the series a lot. He ran at Milwaukee, he ran at Kakana, he ran at La Crosse back 10 years ago. He did that, and he even ran the Tundra series, so that was pretty cool. And so him and Donnie have definitely traveled. Even Iowa, oh yeah, 2012 they went to Iowa Speedway. They both wrecked their cars, unfortunately, which opener, you heard me talk about that. And they're like, yeah, let's not talk about that. So, but no, it's a piece of history. It's part of that, but it's pretty cool. They also ran at Madison International Raceway, so they've even ran at Madison as well. So that's pretty cool at Mad City. So they've ran that, so it's pretty cool. And they did at Joel did that 10 years ago in 2014, and I think he had finished pretty good in that one. But Travis Sauter wound up winning that thing in the 5 car, so that was pretty sweet. So nice job for Travis, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of the Sauter boys this year if they're down there at La Crosse, and getting to meet Johnny and talking to him on my YouTube channel at La Crosse last year for Oktoberfest. You guys loved that video, and you guys blew that one up big time, and still climbing. So definitely watch the interview with me and Johnny Sauter, because I absolutely love that. I grew up with him. That's not NASCAR, but I saw him race at the Minnesota State Fair Speedway. As we're getting close to Labor Day, I saw him run that Minnesota State Fair Speedway race in 2002 in the Blue 9 car, coming off his 10 wins and his Rookie of the Year and his championship of 2001 in the ASA Racing Series division. That's now discontinued since 20 years ago in 2004. And Kevin Sawinski was the champion back-to-back years in 03 and in 04 with Country Joe Holmes and Scott LaFavor Racing, and their building headquarters was in Lakeville, Minnesota. So, and the building is still there, what I've seen pictures of on the internet, but there's just nothing, it's all empty, but the building itself is still there, and it's still structurally sound from the pictures I've seen. And I'd love to go out there sometime and check it out, because that'd be kind of cool just to maybe shoot a YouTube video or two out there and talk some history about the old ASA series. But that building is still there, so I'm definitely happy to see that. And in Lakeville, and that holds a special place in my heart, and it was pretty cool. So, and ARCA, if you saw the and of course you guys saw it, but definitely watch it again if you haven't. Watch the driver lineup that I did for the grid walk, because that is similar to how ASA did it at the State Fair in Elko in 2003 and 2002. ASA series, they would not line the cars on pit road like NASCAR did. They would line them all on the front stretch, and I walked the whole grid of 20 this year at Elko. That's exactly how ASA did it 20 years ago, and even in 2000 and 2004, those years that they had it, they all lined the cars on the front stretch like that, which was really, really cool. And it was something cool as a fan to see that, because the cars were closer to you, so then you could individually pick out which one had a better paint scheme, who your favorite ASA driver you could choose and root for. And I got to see Dick Trickle run it in 2002 at the State Fair in the 43 car. And I still get a chuckle because I saw him and Rich Bickle Jr. run together at Elko in 2003 on Labor Day, when they tore up the State Fair track and they ran it at Elko. And they had 33 cars at Elko Speedway. It was around the world, as I call it. It took them all one lap for all 33. And by the time that the last car did, here's, if you visualize Elko, here's turns 1 and 2, here's turns 3 and 4, so by the time that the last car ran, so here's turn 1, here's a leader in the middle of turn 3 and 4, so that's about around the world as you can get it right there for all 33 cars. It was nuts. And I'll of course never see that again, but if they ever do elect to bring ARCA back to Elko next year, I would love to see a 33 car field, and I'm sure you guys would be loving that video and seeing a wreck fest, because I watched it numerous of times on reruns, and I counted, and they counted to 16 cautions. There was a lot of torn up fiberglass. If you watched any of those ASA, or if you've seen any of those older ASA videos, those cars were all made out of fiberglass. They weren't composites like we have today. That was all fiberglass. When you build these cars, they were structurally sound. They were a really good quality race car, but when you impact the wall, the car just blew up like a pop can. It was and there was fiberglass and big hunks of it everywhere. So it was not a structurally sounded contact of a car, but it definitely was interesting to see. And some of the cars had bungee cords on the front, and it was pretty cool to watch. So, and I definitely love that. But it made the cars lighter, but the impact of the walls, it just broke them super easily. So it's kind of like what you see as a bass boat, and your water softeners that you have in your basements. Those are all made out of fiberglass. And if you ever seen a water softener in the winter time, when it freezes, it cracks that fiberglass. So you see how that's structurally sound, but that can break quite easily. So, and I've known that from experience because I used to work at a clear stuff water business for water treatment and a few years back, but as a part-time gig for me, it was hard. It was hard work. It's kind of fun, but really was backbreaking. But definitely, it was kind of interesting to see that fiberglass break like that, and I was like, brings me back to ASA right there. And even the Monster Jam trucks on the circuit have fiberglass bodies, and when they wreck, that whole body just breaks up apart. So, like one comes to mind is El Toro Loco and Gravedigger. So, but definitely interesting to see what goes on this year for the rest of the season. Elko will talk about what happened on August 3rd this Sunday. So that'll be really good. So look for that video to be popping up soon on my channel. Other than that, hopefully you guys are doing good. I had great contact, great connections, and great content for you guys at the Coward County Fair, known as Hazard County. So that was pretty fun for that. And seeing that Dukes of the Hazzard General Lee car, I actually do have a hunk of the front grill. You'll see that eventually in another video. I just haven't got everything up to snuff yet. I'm going to get it all put together officially this weekend, because I'm going to add some stuff to it to make it look really cool and legit. So, and then eventually I'm going down to my grandparents' place in Wisconsin next week, and then I'll get around showing you the doors. So for the 75 car, the 83 knows, and I have another thing to show you guys as well down there. So, but definitely cool. I got to thank my sponsors, Gene Coleman Racing Products from Menominee, Michigan. You guys have been great to me. And thanks again for Mike Kangas and Gene Coleman. You guys have been awesome. And Johnny Morris and Bass Pro Shops. And then, of course, I saw what happened at Richmond this year. And I'm happy about that Austin Dillon call. I think that is BS. And that's why I'm hesitant to only just watch one race a year now, and that is Iowa Speedway when I go. We are planning to see in the Cup race next year. I'm looking for that. I'm glad I wasn't there this year for it. I was just glad I was there on Friday. But I could never... I mean, I could live with myself, but it would be really annoying to know that I was at a Cup race and I had to see a Ford win. And I'm glad I wasn't there this year for that, but congratulations to Ryan Blaney. He did earn that win for the first ever race. But I was really happy about what happened on Saturday to that rooter, flush it down the drain. Nice job, St. Mayor, in the one car. So that was great. So you guys have been awesome and looking forward to it. Plus, I do have his autograph in the one car for Sam Mayer, and I did an interview with him out there off camera. There was a driver's meet and greet, and I got to ask him a question of what it was like to have Dale Jr. be your car owner. He said that's a really good question, and he said that some days are good. It just depends on what we have going on during the weekend, and then what his thoughts and opinions are come Monday morning. But usually he understands what the deal was, what went down, but sometimes if we do something that's a little coordinated off or off kilter, he's like, well, why'd you do that? But on that, he's a heck of a great guy. Of course, that the name that he has carries that legacy that'll live on forever. And if you want to listen to him talk for 10 hours, just mention Myrtle Beach Speedway, and he'll talk your ear off until the sun comes up to when the sun goes down. So, and I totally understand that. Myrtle Beach Speedway to Dale Jr. is like how I view the Minnesota State Fair Speedway. It's home to us in a way, and they're really great tracks, and I was really bummed when they took that track away, just like they did the State Fair. And it's over 20 years, and I've got the program booked to that race. I'll talk more about that probably on Labor Day Monday when I want to do a tribute video to it. I'll probably wait to do that, though, in 2032 for its 30th anniversary. So did the 20th of it, of course. Saw that, you guys saw that video on my YouTube channel. If you haven't, go check that one out. That's got some good views. That you see the program book and that one that I did, and I toast the track, gave my opinion on what I thought of that track, and but definitely was really cool to clink a beer with the photos of Dick Trickle and the one that they have of Dale Earnhardt out there. And of course, as a diecast collector, I own both of their ASA cars in 164 small, and they're still in the original box, and I will never take them out. So I'll wreck the value. But talk to you guys soon here back on my YouTube channel on Sunday, and hope you guys have a good weekend. Until then, I will see you next time.